right now, but you can see some of the damage that happened because of last night's fire. And even though the scene is clear, there is a pungent smell of burning rubber that's still in the air right now. And conditions, they were not good for firefighters last night as the wind was just blowing through this area, allowing that fire to spread. The fire started at about 7:30 last night here on Zarzamora Street, north of Commerce, near the intersection with Martin Street. The fire began in a tire shop and then quickly spread to two nearby businesses. One of those is a vacant convenience store. The other was a home that was being used as an office. Now, this was a fast-moving and dangerous situation, which did end up sending one firefighter to the hospital.
We did have a firefighter that was injured with some embers to his eye. He's going to be okay, but he's been transported to University Hospital. Other than that, we're not reporting any injuries to firefighters or civilians at this time.
Now, Chief Hood also said that the fire could have been a lot worse given the conditions that we had last night. Thankfully, firefighters were able to act fast enough to save other neighboring buildings just behind this tire shop. There's a small alley and then just a bunch more homes. They were able to stop the fire from spreading over to those. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but we'll keep you posted with what we find out.
Dorena Williams loves the ranch-style home she purchased 6 years ago, long before construction on the road behind her home, and before Strauss Middle School was built next door.
I feel like I live in a fishbowl now.
She says problems began 4 years ago, first when Bexar County repaved and widened Talley Road. Old photos show how much the once ground-level street was elevated, Williams says as high as her fence line.
5 or 6 feet.
Her second problem began this past summer when NISD built a walkway along the side of her home, giving neighborhood students access to newly built Strauss Middle School.
I don't have a problem with children going to school, but I have a problem with people passing by and they can look at my house.
She says the now elevated roadway and elevated walkway have her backyard boxed in.
The sidewalk that they put out there and the road is higher than my fence line.
Security camera video shows how pedestrian and vehicle traffic are now as high as her backyard fence, even though she says she paid a lot premium to live in the privacy of a cul-de-sac.
Anybody walking on either sidewalk can look into your house.
Privacy aside, she says both concrete structures are causing flooding because they prevent water from flowing into a drainage ditch located on the opposite side of the walkway. Photos document just how much water pools in her backyard. This is a look at freestanding water on the county's property, and this is water on the other side of Williams's fence. After it recedes, you can still see the water line along the bays and how tall weeds have grown between her fence and the now elevated roadway.
This is a problem. It's a big problem for me.
We reached out to Bexar County to ask about flooding. The county says sloped concrete was added between Talley Road and Williams's fence line to make sure water flows away from her property. It also prevents overgrown weeds that would now be hard to access. The county also added metal rails to help prevent runaway vehicles from crashing into her backyard. Williams says both adjustments were made only after she raised concerns.
Next thing I knew, I had a sidewalk alongside of my house.
Williams believes the walkway was built on a portion of her property without consent.
Their sidewalk should have came further this way instead of close to my fence line.
She says Northside ISD first sent her a letter requesting land use providing options which included compensation.
They came to ask permission, and when they didn't get the answer they wanted, they did it without my permission.
A claim the district denies in a statement saying we are confident the walkway was not built on any personal property, nor was it built in a manner that would contribute to inadequate drainage. Williams says a recent land survey shows otherwise, and she says PVC drain pipes were added by the district only after she complained about the flooding.
My home is sinking, and it's causing a lot of problems.
Photos from a recent home inspection show her areas of concern. Williams believes flooding is the root cause of foundation issues. She showed us photos of cracks along walls, gaps along window sills, and doors that she says are no longer aligned.
I couldn't sell this house if I wanted to. Nobody would want to buy it.
Williams has obtained an attorney, and because of it, leaders with the school district would not comment further. We're told attorneys for the district recently requested a meeting with Williams and her attorney. It is a request